Deep in the heart of the northern wilderness, where the trees towered like ancient sentinels and the winter's chill could freeze a man's soul, lay a forgotten village named Frost Hollow. It was a place where stories of old still held power, and the most feared of all was the tale of the Wendigo. One cold, moonless night, a lone traveler named Ethan stumbled upon Frost Hollow. He was a seasoned hiker, well-versed in the lore of the land, but he did not believe in old wives' tales. He sought shelter and warmth, and the village seemed a perfect haven. As he entered the village, he noticed an eerie stillness. The few villagers he encountered eyed him with a mix of fear and pity. An old woman, with eyes like faded embers, approached him and whispered, "You should not have come here. The Wendigo roams these woods." Ethan dismissed her warning with a nervous laugh, yet he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. He found an abandoned cabin on the outskirts of the village and decided to spend the night there. The cabin was musty, with a single flickering lantern casting long shadows on the walls. Ethan set up his sleeping bag and tried to relax, but sleep eluded him. The wind howled outside, and every creak of the wooden floorboards seemed amplified in the silence. As midnight approached, a distant, haunting cry echoed through the forest. It was a sound like no other, a mix of anguish and hunger. Ethan's heart raced as he strained to hear more. The cry came again, closer this time, and with it, the unmistakable crunch of footsteps on snow. Panic surged through him. He grabbed his flashlight and shone it through the cabin's cracked window. In the beam of light, he saw it. A tall, gaunt figure with skin stretched tight over its skeletal frame. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and its mouth was a grotesque, lipless grin revealing sharp, jagged teeth. The Wendigo. Ethan's breath caught in his throat as the creature's gaze locked onto him. The Wendigo let out another blood-curdling scream and charged toward the cabin. Ethan scrambled to barricade the door with a rickety table, but he knew it wouldn't hold for long. The creature pounded on the door with inhuman strength, and the wood splintered under the assault. Ethan backed away, looking for any means of escape. He spotted a trapdoor leading to a cellar and rushed to open it, throwing himself down into the darkness just as the door gave way. In the cellar, the air was damp and cold. Ethan's flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the stone walls. He could hear the Wendigo upstairs, its growls and footsteps reverberating through the floorboards. Suddenly, the noises stopped. Silence fell, heavy and oppressive. Ethan held his breath, straining to hear any sign of movement. Minutes passed, feeling like hours, until finally the trapdoor creaked open. The flashlight's beam revealed nothing but the empty cabin above. Ethan cautiously climbed out, his every sense on high alert. As he stepped into the main room, he felt a chill that went beyond the cold air. The Wendigo was gone, but its presence lingered, a malevolent force that seemed to watch from the shadows. Desperate to escape, Ethan ran out of the cabin and into the forest, not caring about the direction. He stumbled through the snow, branches tearing at his clothes and face. The wind carried whispers, voices that seemed to taunt him, urging him to turn back. Hours passed, and exhaustion took its toll. Ethan collapsed by a frozen stream, his breath coming in ragged gasps. The first light of dawn broke through the trees, offering a sliver of hope. But as the light grew, Ethan realized he was not alone. Across the stream stood the villagers of Frost Hollow, their eyes filled with sorrow. The old woman stepped forward, shaking her head. "You cannot escape the Wendigo," she said softly. "It has marked you." Ethan's heart sank as he saw his reflection in the ice. His eyes, once brown, now glowed with an eerie, unnatural light. The hunger was awakening within him, an insatiable craving that would never be quenched. As the first rays of sunlight pierced the forest, Ethan knew his fate was sealed. He had become the very thing he had sought to escape. The Wendigo's call had claimed another soul. If you like this story and want to hear more scary stories from yours truly, then don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to get notifications when your Valley Ghoul uploads new stories to chill you to the bone. Like, what else have you got to do? You know you love it. Sweet dreams, sweeties. Until next time.